Bro, I'm just 9 minutes late. I don't know what you're talking about this finally. Alright, let's read the newspaper here, shall we? Oh. The date is Sunday, December 6th, 1998. The root trees are dead. Hey man, I'm missing my sleep to watch this. Just go lay down, put your head on the pillow, and you'll just listen to my soothing voice as I fucking rage. I'm not figuring this game out. Oh, let's see, what happened? The plane crashed last night near Pittsburgh. The only passengers were Carl Roottree, his wife Brenda, the three daughters known as the Roottree sisters. Carl Roottree was the president of the Roottree Candy Company, and it's not clear who will succeed him. So far, local police are not sure what caused the crash. Okay, so we got a dead guy. No, you're on the game now? Shit. Iru, what's up, buddy? Welcome in. They're calling it one of the most deadly plane crashes in Pennsylvania's history. All passengers and crew perished. Pittsburgh is generally known for pleasant flying conditions, and the weather was not atypical for this time of year. We do not know much at this time, but our sources tell us that local authorities do not suspect terrorism. That's good. The crash did not cause any local property damage, and fortunately nobody outside the plane was hurt. Funeral plans have not been announced, but you can be sure that Butler County Times will cover it to the best of our abilities. Okay. So I guess we're gonna investigate what happened to this plane. Rooters are dead. The mystery begins here. Here we go. They shot one. How are you doing, Iru? What have you been up to, bud? Oh shit! Did not mean to do that. Fuck. December 6th, 1998.
The plane that crashed last night just outside of Pittsburgh is now known to have been the private jet of the Roottree Corporation. Local aviation authorities have speculated, based on the pilot's final communication, that the winter storm and heavy winds played a significant role in the crash. On board were multiple family members, including corporate president Carl Roottree and his daughters, the Roottree sisters, best known for their fashion lines and modeling careers. There were no survivors. Again, for those of you just joining us, the Roottrees are dead.
Oh, look, it's the title! It's the title! Finished semester, looking for a job. Oh, that's cool, dude.
But I'm guessing you've seen the news. In addition to dealing with the grief, the Roottree Company's lawyers are scrambling.
What was your major again?
Everything's about to change. Anyone proven to be a blood relative is about to get much richer. I'm here to ensure everyone is accounted for.
Okay.
I heard you're an expert at sorting out complicated family trees. A genealogy genie, as it were.
Who, me?
I'm going to give you a quick test. Pass, and I can promise you the job of a lifetime.
Oh, what's the pay first? I don't even know if I want to pass. Animation, dun dun dun. Nice. Is there a favorite type of animation that you like? Examine your evidence. If I click evidence, got milk picture. Person who hired you gave you this photo with a note attached. This was taken during the shoot for the Roottree Sisters Got Milk ad. I've tracked down a test photo from before they painted the fake mustaches, which I thought would be more appropriate considering the circumstances. The ad's copy reads, "You might recognize our faces from the magazine you're reading, or you might recognize our name from the candy bar you're eating. Being a Roottree is a full-time job, but so is growing up. That's why the calcium found in milk is so important. Plus, you can't make chocolate without it. What? Oh shit, there's more. 2D animation. I do love working for storyboard and character art. Something like that. Nice. Story games. I love story games. Do some good illustrations for some story games. With a good background. I'm fucking down. This list was provided to you by the mysterious person who showed up at your door. You'll need it to fill in the family tree. Okay. That it? You don't have any portraits available to add to family tree. To get started, click on faces on your evidence tab. That? Search the internet for clues. Nice. Dude, the dial-up. This is hilarious. Oh, nostalgia just fucking hit my head. Alright, let's see. Root 3 sisters. Raina. Copy. Can I make a notebook? Welcome to your notepad. On each page, other than this one, you can jot down important information such as names, family relations, blah blah blah. Page titles, family, siblings. What? Holy shit, there's a lot more done to this. Highlight any text in your web browser evidence for quick option and add it to your notes. The entire contents of your notepad are saved even if you quit the game. Don't forget to check on them when you return. Family reminders. Siblings, cousins, second cousins. Okay, second cousins, sometimes referred to as distant cousins. People that share the same great-grandparents, but not the same grandparents. Third cousins could also be sometimes referred to as distant cousins. People that share the same great-great-grandparents, but not the same great-grandparents. What the? Jeez. Okay. So, I just add a page, type a note, Raina, oldest sister, Riley, the youngest sister, and then Rose, middle sister. Can I like rename this? Okay, hold on. Root 3 sister. Oh my god, I have to like point, click, and remember shit with this game? Fuck me. You might think they are rich just because they are models, but their dad is also president. Mom is a fashion designer. Yeah, okay. I eat root tree candy all the time. My favorite are maple crisps and try to dress in plaid root clothes like Riley does in most of the posters. Someday I want to get my ears pierced like Rose. Okay, cool. Can I edit? So let's see. Rose. Edit. Can I do slashes? How does this work? Oh, okay. Rose, middle sister, has nose, ears. Save. And then Riley. Edit. Slash. Dresses in plaid. Save. Okay. Now that we've done that. What's this? Duck gets stuff. Okay. Oh, where'd my notes go? This doesn't make sense. Okay, wait. She's wearing plaid. So she's... Motherfucker. Riley. This is Riley. Riley Root Tree. And then a nose piercing? Oh, spouse name. Oh, okay. Raina. And then this is Rose. Root tree. Raina, Riley. What the? Go back to the computer. Temu Detective. Nice. Hey Will, hey Iru. Got married to TMS. Okay, apparently I can just search for stuff, right? Raina and TMS. TMS. Tommy Mark Sheridan. Okay, Tommy Mark Sheridan. So we go back here. Thomas Sheridan. Okay. Jeez, dude. Rose Root Tree. Who's Samantha Root Tree? Fucking me. Evidence. Where's the evidence? They're models, right? Model. There's too many root trees. I don't know which root tree this is. What's her name? That's what we don't know. Computer. Root tree. Root tree sister names. Root tree sisters. Can I search other websites? Fashion lines. Any help is welcomed, guys. You guys can backseat this shit. Rose root tree. Root. Rose root tree real name. Samantha root tree. No help for me? That's so sweet of you. Dick. Alright, let's look up the mom, Brenda. Right, her name was Brenda? Brenda White. That's the only Brenda on here. Internet. Brenda White. Brenda Root Tree. Brenda Root Tree Kids. Oh my god. Check for typos, search for only one person or concept at the time. Root tree children. Root tree. How the fuck am I supposed to find out? Ugh. Root tree middle sister. Root tree sister. How do I get on the internet? This is the internet. We don't know that dumb bitch's name. Root tree. And then we literally have to guess. No, this is what we do. We type in each one, so like Lauren root tree. Distant relative of the root tree system. Okay, Christine root tree. Was that one of them? We got Candy, Carly. Oh, how am I gonna remember all of this? Candy. Carly. You discover the trivia page. Common trick questions. The answer to what are the first names of the famous Root Tree girls? List the answers. Raina, Carly, Riley. Explanation below. The answer states that Rose was originally born Carly Rose Roottree. Apparently, her parents planned to name a son Carl Roottree Jr., but after finding out they're having a second daughter, they called her Carly. Carly Roottree. We got it. It is Rissa. Figure out what's incorrect. Figure out what's incorrect. EMS. Spider search. We got that right. Model. Is she now a housewife or something? Like, fuck. Gonna drive to work? I don't need you to drive to work. I need you to help me. Oh shit, I got it wrong. That's why. No, she said this one's married. Oldest, Raina. Carly, Riley. And they're all models. They're all fucking models, dude. Root Tree Sisters. They do modeling. But what did I get wrong? Model. Figure out what's incorrect. Married to Thomas Sheridan. That means you're the oldest. That means you're the middle. Search for root. I can't believe I had to take a hint. Are you fucking kidding me? I gotta put a period. Okay, this is killing me right now. Because of root article, you now know Rose birth root name. Article about the root trees mentions that her due about her age and appearance. You read that Carly was a mirror child and she had pierced ears. Okay, I know that they were models. But Carly wasn't married. We know birth name. Article mentioned details about her age and appearance. You read that Carly was the middle child and that she had pierced ears. The Root Tree sisters were models. This can't be Carly then. There's no way. This is Raina. This is Carly. Thomas Sheridan. Thomas. Since the end of Brother Trouble, he often had been on the cover of tabloids for supposed drug use, and more recently, his relationship with Raina Roottree. After a short engagement, they married in 1997 when she was only 19 and he was 23. Tommy Mark Sheridan. Spider search. So then what did I do wrong? This is Sheridan. Siblings are in birth order. They're married. Sheridan is right there. Oh boy, okay. I'm getting fucking frustrated. I'm turning this goddamn music down. This is frustrating. Okay. We have Raina Roottree, married to Thomas Sheridan. They were a model. Oh. I see what I did wrong. I had the pictures wrong! Oh my fucking god, that mattered. I can't believe that mattered.
Sorry to test you, but I had to be sure you could use the internet. Some folks
I goon on the
refuse to get with
internet.
times. Safe to say, you're hired.
The
The reward for untangling the family tree is substantial. Life-changing, even. But here's the catch.
Okay.
The root trees go way, way back. The family tree's a bit daunting. Most people freak out the first time they see the whole thing. But I'm sure you'll be fine. The man who started it was
Great.
particular about whom he considered family. For your purposes, you only need his direct blood relatives.
Okay.
Anyone related only by marriage is optional, but filling them in can lead to useful discoveries.
Okay, hold on. You know what that tells me? There is some naughty happening in the family.
Lastly, you now have access to some unique websites, plus a list of notable root trees.
Okay.
Notable people are easy to find via your search engine, and marked with stars on the family tree.
Okay.
I'm off for now. Carl Roottree had a lot in his office. I'll look for anything useful. I'll return once you identify 6 more blood relatives.
Oh my god, another person. Oh.
Sorry, one last thing. This might sound odd, but if anyone else claiming to represent the Roottrees reaches out, I'd appreciate you not mentioning I was here. Thank you, and good luck.
Why not? Here we go. Oh. Fruit Tree Candy Company. Okay. Delete this page. Public library? You can search for books? Gross. $19.08. Oh, wait. Here we go, here we go. The Root Tree Candy Company. Shit. 1908 Root Tree. Alright, let's just type it. Should I have a correct magazine or newspaper name? Shit. Back to the board. Okay, should I work backwards or forwards? Why does that say Gwyneth and Elias? Evidence. Okay, so there's Elias. And then Gwendolyn. Internet search this. Spider search. Elias. Oh, work backwards? Okay. We'll work backwards. Alright. So now, if we're working backwards, we know this spouse name was Brenda White. And the dad. Shit. Fruit Tree Sisters. Didn't I have other evidence I can use? Shit. What if I just type in root tree? All root tree. All root tree. He was the president. So he was probably the 5th president. Like Carl highly earned the prestigious Watchman of the Year title. There's periodicals. Oh shit. How do we what does it mean by periodical? The internet's largest database of magazines and newspapers. Watchman of the Year. 1990. Root. We need a magazine, right? That's essentially what it's telling us. Got milk ad, maybe? Hot root tree magazine Teen Blast. Oh, okay. Root Tree Sisters. Okay, so if you buy do Teen Blast, right? Teen Blast. Did I do that right? Just Teen Blast with the period. We did Teen Blast and Root Tree. One of them was already in your evidence. That doesn't help me. Okay, they said that we can search for Carl Root Tree. He was the president of the Root Tree Candy Company, as well as the clothing company Root. He was the president. So if we go back here, there's a bunch of presidents. I'm assuming he's gonna be the 5th one. Now I just have to find a photo of him. Root Tree Candy Company. We did this. Mixing with a lot of recent news, there are a lot of results for Root Tree's extremely popular candy products. Their official website is unstable due to the traffic it has been receiving. However, if you find a direct link to the history section that manages to work momentarily. Root Tree Company was founded by Elias Root Tree shortly after he married his wife Gwyneth. Okay, we're gonna have to remember this. Reasons that aren't explained, it's no CEO. It's run by a president. No stockholder. Okay, the site does not mention that every president has been a direct descendant of Elias and Gwyneth, including Carl Root Tree, who despite his death is listed as the current president. Their product that put them on the map were 5 pieces, maple candies with 5 different flavors that are dipped in crispy, crackly candy coating. Since then, they have branched out to countless other products which all incorporate maple in some way. Their sister company, simply titled Root, specializes in children's clothing. But I need to find a picture. How do I find a picture? That's what we need to know. Author name? Teen Blast. Back to Spider Search. Teen Blast. It doesn't say who writes Teen Blast. All Root Tree. Going back to this. Watchman of the Year. Okay, what if I did this spider search? Here we go. Business Watch Magazine is a magazine focused on company CEOs and the economy. They have been around for over 100 years in one form or another, and will have often write about major changes in management at famous companies. Every year, they offer an award to prominent businessman who has furthered the field. They called this Watchman of the Year. You find through a few searches that 2 root trees have been featured as Watchmen of the Year, Elias and Carl. Business Watch does not host any online archives on any site you can find via spider search, though you may be able to find individual articles and issues through your periodical search. Okay. Let's copy this. Watchmen of the Year. Copy. And then Business Watch Magazine. Periodicals. And then paste. Search. It doesn't give me a photo, dude. What if I search Business Watch Magazine? Public library. Oh. Oh my god. Okay, let's see. Business Watch Magazine. And then we got that from Watchman of the Year. But who wrote who wrote Business Watch? This is a big ass family tree, dude. Alright, let's see. We search Carl root tree. Nothing. And then this thing says red root tree. Easy to find online. Root Tree Candy Company. Anderson Maple Farm. Did it just print out a picture? How do I look? How do I look? Alright, well, I'm sorry. This thing is making me start from the top. What was her occupation? Farmer? So he was president. She was farmer. Does that not make sense? He inherited the farm. She just a housewife? I need 3 more collect. Oh, okay, so I need to find out 3 more of these for it to work. So then if I do this, so I search Gwyneth, split to 5 pieces, search spiders. Okay, alright, wait, we got our first book. Our first book, The Sweet History of Candy, Volume 2 by Charles Lee. Oh no, I fucked up. Spiders. Oh wait, we could go back. Sweet History of Candy, Volume 2 by Charles Lee. Motherfucker. Charles Lee, search. We got another print. What was the print? What is this? He found the advertisement in the Sweet History Candy, blah blah blah. Blah blah blah. It states the flavors are inspired by the children, and the order is grape, elderberry, cinnamon extract, melon, and the newest flavor, miracle. Are you guys thinking what I'm thinking? Are you thinking what I'm thinking? Them's for kids' names. Read it for me. Okay. So, it states that the flavors are inspired by their children. The order of the flavors are grape, elderberry, cinnamon extract, melon, and the newest flavor, miracle berry. With that being said, if we go back to our evidence and find the list of names for root tree, we can do get the names in order. The issue I have with this is we don't know. Alright, so there's 2 miracles, or there's 3 miracles. Miracle, Miracle Jr., Miracle the Third. There's an E, so we gotta find an E root tree. And for E root tree, there's Elias Jr. The fact that elderberry is not as the second oldest and not the eldest ticks me off. E for elderberry. That's funny. But there's so many E names. There's Edward, Elias Jr. I guess I would have to search their names, right? Shit. I already searched root trees 5 pieces, right? Must be Junior then. We'll know when we put it in, but we gotta work our way into the stars. If we get the stars all correct, then it'll lock them in, because that's obviously someone's child. Yeah. I think what I want to do is take Gwyneth Anderson. This name. But it doesn't say if I do root tree. It doesn't say who her kids are. That sucks. Now we gotta figure out the kids. And what's crazy is none of the kids are a star. So we have to search each kid in the database. Oh my god. Okay, so let's start with G. Right? We know notable root trees. There's Gwyn root tree is a notable root tree, easy to find online. So let's type in Gwyn root tree and see what that pops up. You find some information on a website about old films that are not yet available on VHS. Oh. The site is not very well organized and the search is broken, but you can get to individual pages for your search engine. Gwyn Roottree is a somewhat well-known actress who was active in the 1950s. She often appeared in tabloids, especially around the time of her highly publicized divorce. Okay, so she got divorced. Her biggest role was in the minor hit movie Guys Like Us. She left Hollywood after the flop of Christmas Mission. There's a widely circulated picture of Gwyn from behind the scenes on one of her movies, which you've added to evidence. Did you know, trivia, Gwyn was the granddaughter of Elias Roottree, the founder of Roottree Candy. She shouldn't have been named Roottree, but her father took her mother's famous name. Quite rare. Gwyn is a granddaughter. Oh my god, that makes it worse. Oh man. And she got divorced. But that's that doesn't help us. Alright, back to the drawing board. Easy to find names. An entry on the family tree that belongs to someone on this list will be marked with a star. Notable root trees will be crossed out after they are verified. Alright, let's do Lauren root tree. Spider search. Author. Okay, she's an author. Author Lauren Roottree, a distant relative of the Roottree sisters, is known for her book A Life Between Wars. According to a website about famous authors, in the early 1960s, Lauren released a few romance novels under her married name, Lauren Rafferty. Little fanfare. When published, she learned she had been keeping diaries about her famous family. They insisted she release them under her original name, Lauren Roottree, to take advantage of her family's notoriety. The selection of diaries released in 1965, A Life Between Wars, spans from untimely death of her husband in World War II. Yikes, that sucks. to coping with post-war world as a young widow and mother, as well as her perspectives on changing times and socialites, all the way through the entry into Vietnam. While the content is not considered particularly relevant to modern audiences, it has found new life as an exercise in high school English classes to show an evolution in writing style and for a look into life in previous generations. After the success of her diaries, her publisher re-released her romance novels under the name Lauren Roottree. This included Romance in Court, which gained popularity. She followed the re-release up by writing 2 new sequels, creating what fans refer to as the Courtchester series. You find no recent details about Lauren, though she is listed as retired. Lauren Roottree. Distant relative. How distant? Split up, split up, split up. Does it say widowed anywhere? Married? 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 Split up? Oh, wait, we might... Oh, wait. We might have found where Gwen goes. Let's search that again. Gwen Roottree. Gwen was the granddaughter of Roottree. And she got a divorce. Okay, okay. Granddaughter of a Roottree. This is the only place right here where a grandkid split up. Yep. So this one's probably Gwen Roottree. Gwen Roottree. Actor. We got one. Good job, everybody. These 3 entries are correct. Look at that. We don't know her spouse. Good job, everybody. We don't know who the fuck the spouse is. I guess now we go back to notable names. Jim, we did Lauren, right? Lauren Roottree. That was the writer, right? Yeah, that was just the writer. I don't give a fuck about the writer right now. Let's do... Oh, Miracle Jr. Miracle Jr. doesn't go by his full name in promotional materials. Instead, he has shortened it to Miracle Jr. Miracle Jr. is a tele-evangelist who's part of the Miracle Network. He used to have a show that aired on local access across many stations in northeastern United States. According to the website called Clergy Watch, he was exposed and subsequently charged with conspiracy to defraud the public in 1979 when he claimed to heal someone in a wheelchair. The news exposed revealed it was his wife's Edith's sister in a disguise. The author also mentions that Edith had a bit of a checkered past herself, but doesn't clarify. He has since lost his television show and goes instead on tour across the southern United States, where he is not well known for the scandal. This isn't the kid. Did I type it in wrong? No, Miracle Jr. Alright, Jim Root Tree, who the fuck are you? As a singer. James Root Tree is a singer, got married to Diamond LaRue. They're a duo. Considered a one-hit wonder due to the disco song Rollin' On Down to the City. It's now in your evidence folder. Oh, okay. So Jim and Diamond were married. This is Jim, this is Diamond. I don't care about the song. But where would they fit on here? Jim Root Tree. When we search Jim Root Tree, man, it doesn't say, it doesn't like tell you who like the father is. James Root Tree. I don't know where to put him. Alright, let's search Lauren again. Because Lauren wrote those books. But what if we search Lauren Rafferty? That doesn't help. A Life Between Wars. A public library. A Life Between Wars by Lauren Roottree. I'm printing shit out. I printed 7 things out? Holy fuck. It seems you've hit the jackpot here. This book is occasionally taught in schools. You can even find a hardcover edition for students that has full-page, high-quality pictures in it. Oh shit. What the hell? The below notes are observations you made while skimming through Lauren Rootree's diary of Life Between Wars. It would be marked on the chart with a star. Lauren's thoughts revolve around was the loss of her husband Jacob. So this is Jacob, and this is Lauren. This left her to raise her son Clark alone. So she was the granddaughter of Elias and Gwyneth. Jeez. Lauren's father was in this generation. So Lauren is a granddaughter. Okay, so Lauren is a granddaughter and had 1 kid. So if we look here, shit. So we have 1 here, 1 here. married, one kid, and then got married, had one kid, got married, had one kid. What did that article say again? Fuck. Her son was, we gotta remember the son, Clark. So it was Clark Root Tree. Nothing in there about Clark. But if we go back to our evidence and look up Clark, someone named Clark. Clark Rafferty. That's probably what we have to search. Oh, it separates it out. Clark. A few fan sites for the band Jim and Diamond seem to mention that he used to make music with Clark Rafferty. They mentioned an album called These Times. Oh shit, there's more. I didn't know that. Okay. Before we do more of that, let's just get these pictures. Alright. Go back and read it. So these are just the notes. There's complaints. An entry entitled Complaints from Lauren Rutry's diary, written in 1953. This entry seems to focus specifically on one of Lauren's family members, Wynn, who is on the notable Rutry's list. It seems everyone has something to complain about. Gwen, as an only child, complained of loneliness. I told her that being expected to watch after 3 younger brothers and sisters didn't feel like a blessing, but it fell on deaf ears. I told her that being expected to watch after 3 younger brothers didn't feel like a blessing. Having to watch after 3 younger brothers. Shit, okay. I think we found... So, one of these is the 3 younger brothers. And it was a grandchild of this. Lauren Roottree. Okay, wait. Maybe we can figure this out right now. Lauren Roottree. Right? Author? Shit. Oh, we have to get 3 in a row. And she was married to... Who's she married to? Jacob. Is there a Jacob on this list?
To unlock your iPhone.
Oh! Theory, shut up. There's a Jacob Rafferty. We did Jacob. What if we did Jacob And then we made this one Clark. Maybe I should keep reading, huh? During the summer where I went to stay with her and Aunt Margot. Aunt Margot. Aunt Margot would be her mom. Right? During the summer I went to stay with her and Aunt Margot. I hope she would be the sister I never had and that I'd do the same for her. Even I tried to dye my hair blonde to fit in with the two of them. What a mess. But she just complained. To her, I was the lucky cousin. Yeah, everything else is here. Okay, so Aunt Margot. We have another clue. Margot. That means one of the root trees starts with M. Margaret root tree. What kind of fucking name is Margaret root tree? Holy shit. Margaret root tree. Housewife, I guess, right? Don't have a picture. We hit something good here. Her mother's family was called Costles, but she hardly ever mentioned. Father, who she always referred to as Pop, was the head lawyer for the Root Tree Company. Helped write a legal document, Clance Trust. Trust is a highly unusual corporate arrangement named after Clancy Edward Roottree, Elias's son. So we know that's one of the names. Clancy Edward. Clancy Edward is this one. Clancy Edward Roottree. Shit. Head lawyer at the time. Lawyer. Oh man, and now we do we really care about the spouse? The 5-piece guarantee. Go back. This root trees versus RR. I mean, we're finding good information. I wish this told me siblings in order. All of them got married. And we know the 5 pieces. Let's keep reading her book, I guess. So we got the complaints. She had Clark. He was She gets to be in Starlet and tells her that she gallivants around the world kissing with the likes of Harrison Lane and Wild Bill Williams. First root tree woman to do anything else. All the rest of them are housewives. Okay, let's see. Dynasties. An entry entitled Dynasty from Lauren Roottree's diary written in 1958. It focuses on the day her grandfather Elias announced he would step down as president of Roottree Candy Company and the meeting to determine his successor. I wish I had been a fly on the wall today. Clancy told me that everyone got quite heated. Granddad was furious none of his sons would take over as president, but that's what he gets for holding on to it so long. With architects, preachers, and lawyers, nobody's got time for candy. Okay, so we know 3 jobs: architects, preachers, and lawyers. No one's got time for candy. So with the 5 pieces refusing to step up, it came down to us next gens. Our Pop argued at a length that the company should stay with our branch of the family since we have the Roottree name. I'm not even sure Clancy would have wanted it, but he's the one who volunteered. Instead, it ended up going to Zach. Even though his surname doesn't match the candy, he's the firstborn son of the firstborn 5-piece. The fuck is this conversation tone? What do you mean? Oh, us next gens? I think it's going from the kids to the grandkids. And the grandkids are the next generations. I'm not sure how that's relevant to running a company, but Granddad has always had a very particular view when it came to his bloodline. I asked Clancy if it ever came up that a woman could take over. After all, Angie's older than Zach, and I'm the next oldest of us all, but he just laughed. I'll never forget the cuss words Pop used when he told Ma it wouldn't go to us. Mother, ever the quick-witted, at least with catty remarks, countered back. Maybe they wanted it to go to the only member of the family who looks like he samples the product. You picture this guy. He samples the product. So we clumped up in the middle. So these are the 5 pieces. This picture was famous in our house. Pop even had it framed. That's him on the left. This is Pop. Taken in 1935 to celebrate the move to the new warehouse that Eli Jr. designed. Angie and I both wanted to be in the photo since Miracle was in it, and the 3 of us were all about the same age. Angie and I. That's Lauren, right? We were told only the 5 pieces, which really didn't go over well, to say the least. Eventually, I suppose, to stop the tantrums, they posed us in front of the camera with Mr. Morden, who was there with Aunt Gwendolyn. I found out years later that they never even took a second photo. Dude, this is fucked. I don't even know if I'm getting the right people. That's what sucks. The thing is, you have to get 3 right in a row. Siblings are in birth order, oldest to youngest. Does that go for the whole thing? That has to be it, right? It goes from oldest to youngest. So we know Clancy's there. We know Margaret's there. We go back to this. Clancy, Margaret. Miracleberry is the last one. Right? So we know this one's Miracle. So we got Miracle and then Miracle Jr. G and E. So that would have to be Elias Jr., right? Elias Jr. being the second oldest. Do we agree with that? And then G for root tree. Elderberry Jr. So then the only other root tree that's a G is Gwendolyn. And according to this, a Gwendolyn would be here. It wants us to work down this side though. Then that means we had Miracle and then Miracle Jr. So this one has to be Miracle Jr. And we were told what Miracle Jr.'s occupation was, wasn't it? Because when we searched Miracle Jr., he was a televangelist. Miracle Network. Printed some other shit out. There we go. One thing at a time. Televangelist. Or preacher, I guess, right? And then he had Miracle Third. Which, according to this, that's the photo for Miracle Third. We don't know his occupation. Wife Nicole. Nicole. Is there a Nicole? Nicole Madsen. So we did Nicole Madsen. Nothing. Go back. Okay, so I think we got Miracle Jr. Root Tree, the right one. I think we did that right. Now we just have to figure out Lauren Root Tree. Her father, who she always refers to as Pop, was the lawyer. Okay, so that means Clancy was her Pop. Oh, fuck, dude. What if we type in Clancy Edwards Root Tree? Does that tell us who he got married to? Did we search Clancy? No, we didn't. Clancy Edward Root Tree. Let's fucking search that. Clancy Edward Root Tree. We already looked this one up. What if we just did Clancy Root Tree? Nothing. Clancy Edward? Oh. It doesn't tell us shit. So somewhere in here, it needs to talk about her. It needs to talk about her brothers. Who her brothers are. We didn't read all of these. Bob argued at length that the company should stay within our branch venue since we have the root tree name. I'm not even sure Clancy would have wanted it, but he's the one who volunteered. Okay, wait. So she called her dad Pop. And then there's still another Clancy. That's Clancy Jr. So we have a Clancy Jr. There's not nothing there. Clancy, but he's the one who was volunteered. Instead, it ended up going to Zach, even though his surname doesn't match the candy. He's the firstborn son of the. He's the firstborn son of the firstborn 5-piece. He's the firstborn son of the firstborn 5-piece. So firstborn 5-piece. Firstborn son. But we don't know who that... Fuck. They had 2 kids. After all, Angie's older than Zach. Okay. Fuck. So, if this... Siblings are in birth order, oldest to youngest. That means... This one was Angie. And this one is Zach. Which means... more than... This is literally Clue? Yeah. So this means... This is Gwendolyn. This is Zachariah. This is Ange. We don't know who Gwendolyn is, a housewife. That's what we know. They were all housewives. Go back to reading that thing. Ended up going to Zach. Even though his surname doesn't match the candy, he's the firstborn son of the firstborn 5-piece. That means Zach was president number 2. We're figuring this out. I'll never forget the cuss word Pops used when he told Ma it wouldn't go to us. Mother, I'll never forget the cuss words Pop used when he told Ma it wouldn't go to us. Mother, ever the quick-witted, at least with the catty remarks, countered back. Maybe they wanted it to go to the member of the family who looks like he samples the product. They both had fucking kids, dude. How the fuck do I figure that out? That means they got married and then the fat kid had... This fat guy here had all of it. Heavy set. Alright, let's go back and read this. So that was under Dynasty. Now we gotta read Sam. An entry entitled Sam from Lauren Rootree's diary written in 1963. From a previous entry, you learned that Elias Roottree had given in to his wife and announced that Sam, an obscure relative, was to be included in family gatherings. Gwyneth had been pushing to include Sam for quite some time. Why, Sam? I have many distant relatives I've never met. After all, Granny had sisters and Granddad had a brother or two, but I was told trim their branches from the family tree. So why is Sam special? Nothing adds up. and I'm not the only one to realize. Angie summoned all of the next gens to a secret meeting in Zach's office. Gwen's in Paris, but the rest of us, including Miracle Boys, spent ages trying to unravel the mystery. I didn't recognize Sam at Uncle Junior's wedding to Patsy last year. At the reception, when I asked Sam who Sam was, Pop shushed me and said it was complicated. Clancy swore he saw Sam working alongside farmhands, EC and John, when he used to drive past the old Anderson farm on his way to work. Upon hearing that, Zach checked the records and managed to confirm all three are on the books. Eli, Miracle's youngest, not my brother. Miracle's youngest, not my brother. Even chimed in. Apparently, when he was riding his mini bike along the farm, Sam gave him some old tools and taught him how to make the bike engines faster. None of us think the proper multitude of reasons, but Eli certainly seems thrilled. At the end of the day, nothing explains why an outsider has cozy into family affairs, especially one who works on a farm of all places. Who's Sam? There's some guy named Sam. If we look at our list of names here, actually, we go back to the tree. Gwyneth Anderson. So that means there has to be a Sam Anderson. Sam Cat. Oh. How many Sams on here? I am Sam. Sam, I am. You're not helping. I feel like that's useless information. Two, three, four, five. I never said I was helping. I need you to help. Danielle isn't much older. Need a girl named Danielle. Danielle Franks. Go back here. Where's our girl Gwen? She had Clark. Danielle. Oh, looks like they got divorced at some point. But openly confronting them would make me a hypocrite. After all, Jacob and I got married at 16. Clark, like the rest of his generation, is a free spirit. What else do you call a group of kids growing up with more money than one person can spend? They all aspire to be musicians and artists and dancers and all the sort of nonsense. The only one who has discipline is Carl, but that's because Pop forced Clancy to send him to the academy. So Carl is a son Clancy, which is her brother. That means this is Clancy. Up with Carl. Wait a minute. Then what was his occupation? Alright, swashbuckle my heart. It's another book. We gotta search the rest of her books, dude. Nothing relevant. She wrote plenty of books, apparently. So if we search Lauren Root Tree again, he wrote a lot of books. Romance in Court. Copy. Life Between Wars. Courtchester series. Well, we just typed in Courtchester. New Romance in Court. I don't think any of those are helping. Alright. Clancy had Clancy Edward, or Clancy Edward had Clancy Jr., who had Carl. We still need to find a picture of Carl. Did we find a picture of Carl? Lauren's diary contains some label pictures. This is the next generation. I wanted Eli to stand all the way to the left, since to me he looked like a lot like Pop in the old one. He looked a lot like Pop in the old one. This is Pop. Okay, this is Clancy Edward. We come back here. What did we just do? Well done. Oh shit. Okay, yeah, we did get those three. But they weren't stars. No, don't mess me up now. I'm in the middle of a roll.
You're on a roll. I'll try
I
to keep
know.
that momentum going. Carl's office was a mess, thanks to some burst pipes. But I unearthed a photo from a 1970s Root Tree reunion. I also found some important-looking papers. You've traced 9 blood relatives so far. I'll have more to share after you find 9 more.
The lady does not help me. Okay, I lost my train of thought. She wanted... We're not gonna look at that yet. I wanted Eli to stand all the way on the left, since to me he looked a lot like Pop. This is Eli. Did we figure out Eli on here? We did not figure out Eli. But I was outvoted by my brothers. They insisted the 4 of us stand together, so we clumped in the middle. and let everyone filter in behind and in front of us. So this is Lauren, and these are her 3 brothers. That includes Sam. There's that name again, Sam. I also didn't think it fair Miracle made it in, since it's technically a 5-piece. I guess my inner child still holds a grudge after all these years. This is a photo, has a note tag from your employer. Here's a bonus: when I pulled the water damage picture of the free spirits out of the frame, this fell out. Written on the back of the photo, couldn't make the reunion, wishing you well from Paris. Gwyn and the boys. Before we look at that, Gwyn had 2 boys. That's them. So these are her sons. He had 2 sons. Holy shit, there's a lot of fucking people. This one is from the 70s, and Carl's the teenager in the middle. Carl's the teenager in the middle. This one. This is Carl. Large number of cursive signatures. Okay, so all these people signed this. But this is Carl. So if we come back here, oh my god, I can't put him in here. Oh no, I can. Dude, we need to figure out. This was buried under a ton of other mail that Carl left in his inbox. It had a written note attached that seemed personal. There's a flyer about a candidate for local office, Stephanie Jones. On the back is an excerpt from a newspaper article from the Butler County Times about her campaign. Stephanie may have grown up in an unconventional family, to say the least, but in her words, it was still full of love. And now, 22 years later, with a baby of her own on the way, love is our future. The handwritten note says, Carl, I know we don't see eye to eye when it comes to the candy company, but if you could talk to your girls about putting out a statement supporting Stephanie, you could use the publicity your daughters bring. Don't let our conflict spread to the next generation. CM. Who the fuck is CM? Okay, let's search Stephanie Jones. Claire. The Annals of Bones, the Butler County Times. Go back. Stephanie Jones. A Shiva candle. Okay, this photo is tucked inside an envelope. To Carl and Brenda, I'm sorry that you're unable to attend the funeral. It's traditional to have it as soon as possible, and Ernie, more than anyone else on Earth, knew how busy your job can be. I've enclosed a Shiva candle, identical hours, if you'd like to pay your respects, though it's not expected for those outside of the faith to do so. Ernie was a man full of love, not only for his family, but of his family's legacy. He had an immense amount of pride for the work you three did together, as well as how Carl has carried on for him after taking over. Wait, what? As for myself, it is impossible to express my gratitude enough for rescuing us from the panic and burden of endless bills. Though we caught it too late for him to get on the donor list, the company took care of us beyond our wildest expectations. It went unsaid at the time, but Ernie and I knew that it had to have been Carl that convinced the trust, and that it was no coincidence that it happened shortly after your visit, Brenda. Up until the end, Ernie and I had to stay strong, especially for Nicole's sake. We could never have done this without the two of you fighting for us. Much love, Debbie. Who the fuck is Ernie? Is that a cousin to Carl? Is Ernie a name on the list? That's what we need to know. Ernie? What's a nickname for Ernie? Ernest. Ernest Madsen. Madsen. Where did we hear Madsen before? Heard of Morden. Where did we hear Madsen? Holy fuck, history. Dude, where did we hear Madsen before? Nicole Madsen, Gwyneth Madsen. Holy shit, this is gonna kill me. We heard Madsen before, I just don't know where. Oh no. Yo, fuck. Was it Diamond? What was Diamond LaRue? Then we got Jim here. Only the great-grandson of Elias Roottree. Great-grandson of Elias Roottree. Son, grandson, this rose, great-grandson. Okay, married. Shit. What's one of these? Fuck. Honestly, Jim and Carl are like the last two. And his wife, Nicole. Miracle Third and his wife, Nicole. Wait. He's wearing that tie. I had another picture of the tie. This tie. The next generation. That means someone named Nicole is over here. Celebrate your pastor, Miracle Third. Nicole. That means Nicole is over here. Nicole. Which Nicole? It's not Smith. Or is it Smith? Fuck it. What's crazy to me is she looks like the parent of her. Ernie Jr. This guy has a name tag on him. Eli. Eli M. That mean Eli is one of the... Oh, wait. Okay, this could be Eli. Eli was his brother, maybe? Because according to this... Paul and Brenda, I'm sorry, I'm entertaining the funeral. Ernie... More than anyone else, Ernie was a man full of love. Debbie. Ernie and Debbie are married. Ernie and Debbie married. But they only have one kid. Ernie and Debbie. Be all the way the fuck over here. That makes no sense. And then they had a kid named Nicole. They include Bonnie. Doesn't make sense. That one has a little too much information. Jim Roottree, Carl Roottree. Stephanie Jones. CM. Who the fuck is CM? Go back to the list. CM. Is it Caroline Morden? And then Morden is over here. So here's Morden, and then we have Angelica Morden, which if Angelica got married, she would have had to change her name. Which means guardian or adoption. Zachariah Morden. Zachariah had what's her name had a thing. Even my cousins are doing well. Zach's not a bad president after all, and his sisters seem to be doing a good job raising her twins. Zach's not a bad president after all, and his sisters seem to be doing a good job raising her. Even my cousins are doing well. Zach's not a bad president. And his sister. Zach had a sister. Zach's sister is here. Okay. Zach's here. Had a sister. Had twins. That's where the twins go. Zach's sister is Angelica. And his sister seems to be doing a good job raising her twins. Can I search Angelica Morden though? Angelica Morden. Nothing comes up. They had twins. None of these fucking people look like twins. Giving myself a headache. Fraternal? I don't know. It doesn't say. Maybe we can search Zachariah Morden. Because he seems like an important nothing, dude. Wait, what if we just did it? Zachariah. Check for typos. Made an oopsie poopsies. Nothing. What if we just did Zach? Gwen came out of her divorce. That doesn't matter. Gwen had 2 kids. I think he'd be proud that Clark and I are carrying his name. Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, never mind. Oh, I'm just stupid. Lauren, and then Jacob Rafferty, and then Clark Rafferty. There's gotta be a picture for Clark. One of these is Clark. Which one? Great question. One of these is Clark. So we know this is Eli. This is Eli. This is Miracle Jr. This is Jacob. Who does Jacob look like? None of these guys. Jacob looks more like fucking Carl, dude. Carl's the teenager in the middle. This is Carl. You wrote something about twins in here? Gwen is Gwen. Told us she might come home next year so we can meet her kids. Yeah. These are her fucking kids. Right on the back of the phone, couldn't make the reunion, wishing you well from Paris. What if I typed in free spirits? Spider search. Nothing. These are the pictures of the free spirits. It says November. Bonnie, next president Guy Hudson. Next president Guy Hudson. There's next president Guy Hudson. Guy Hudson is a fucking person. Guy Hudson's, here we go. It was Guy Hudson's first and historically most cited move as president of Root Tree in an attempt to cater more towards he thought the average person wanted. Guy looked at his own wealth as a source of envy and decided to tap into the idea if they added fancy flavors to 5-piece, anyone could live like wealthy. He wanted to do a caviar piece. Fancy flavors? Caviar chocolate sounds disgusting. Yeah, it does. Carl had 3 cousins. We know one was Clark. Carl, and 2 more. The question is, which 2? Because we need to figure out who these 2 are. Lauren had 3 brothers. Her mother's family was called the Costles, but hardly ever mentions. So her mom was Sarah Costle. Father was Pop, was a lawyer. The first generation of children, 5 pieces. The first generation of children by Gwyneth and Elias. Lauren's father was in the next generation. Lauren's father was in this generation. The next generation was Lauren's generation. The free spirits, the generation after Lauren's, including her son. Why do they call it that? That's so stupid. Because that means one of these is her brother. I wanted Eli to stand way on the left, since to me he looked a lot like Pop. But I was outvoted by my brothers. They insisted the 4 of us stand together. But how many brothers did she have, dog? How many brothers did you fucking have? Lancy is her brother. Architects, preachers, and lawyers. No one's got time for candy. It ended up going to Zach. It doesn't list her fucking brothers. And I'm the next oldest of us all. We don't know who the fuck Sam is. Angie summoned all the next gens. I didn't recognize Sam at Uncle Junior's wedding to Patsy last year. Uncle Junior's wedding. Patsy. Ooh. Who's Patsy? Patricia Jones or Patricia Christian. EC and John. Clancy swore he saw Sam work alongside the farmhands, EC and John, when he used to drive past the old Anderson farm on his way to work. Upon hearing that, Zach checked the records and managed to confirm all three are on the books. Eli, Miracle's youngest. Not my brother. Eli, Miracle's youngest. Not my brother. That means this one's Eli. Which Eli? Holy fuck. Go back to I don't know who you. Miracle is a half-C. So, according to the tree, we have Miracle. Then Miracle got married and had Miracle Jr. And then there's a Miracle Third. I just don't know who Miracle Third was. It could be Eli. Eli, Miracle's youngest, not my brother. Even chimed in. Fuck, dude. The most rebellious thing any of us ever did was bring home someone who would be illegal to marry if we lived anywhere south of Pennsylvania. That means somebody here got married. Ew, a cousin? No, according to the Times, this was like during slavery. That's what she meant. This person married a black person. At least that's what I'm getting from it. My brothers all seem to pursue paths of knowledge. And the most rebellious thing any of us ever did was bring someone who would be illegal to marry if we lived south of Pennsylvania. That means one of her brothers married a black woman. They all got married and married a black woman. We don't know who that black woman is. And this is a black guy right here. Stephanie Jones. Which means... that means... root tree. Married. Had kids. This could have been a woman. Stephanie Jones, maybe? What if this is Stephanie Jones? Let's just put it in. Oh my god, Jones isn't even on here. Holy shit. How am I supposed to figure that out? Vote for Stephanie Jones. Carl, I know we don't see eye to eye when it comes to the candy company, but if you could talk to your girls about putting out a statement supporting Stephanie, she could use the publicity your dollars bring. Don't let our conflicts spread to the next generation. CM. CM. That's... We got... The only CM on here... Caroline Morden. And according to this picture, Caroline is in here. And then we know the Mordens are on this side. Dude, it's like just when we think Gwyneth M and Gwendolyn. Do you think those were the twins? Gwyneth M and Gwendolyn? Probably. Holy shit. Every 3 additional blood relatives in the family tree completely correct. They will be locked in. Meaning I've only figured out 1. I need another star. Where's the other star? There's only 2 stars on here. Holy shit, I gotta go to bed. Jeez. God, this is so fucking... I can't figure this out. Mm. I'm like fucking stuck, dude. Holy shit. I can't think of where else to start. I'm gonna spend like 20 more minutes on this, and I'm gonna go to bed. Because I'm racking my brain. I should have written most of this down, but I didn't. History. Rose, Brenda, that was the beginning. Team Blast, Carl, history. Okay, wait a minute. What if there's a volume 1? Search. Oh shit, look at that. Okay, we got a volume 1. What's this? That doesn't help me. Fucking damn it. I thought I had something that doesn't help me. There's another book there. There was another book. There was another book. There was another book. What was the other book? Someone help me. There it is. Bess Williams. I remember Bess Williams. I fucking spelled it wrong. God, fuck, that did nothing for me. Oh my god. Alright, let's go back to search. History. I'm so stupid, dude. Oh my god, dude. So now I should be able to search. When root tree. Oh my god. There it is. Were the times of her divorce from Wild Bill Williams. Come here, bitch. Wild Bill Williams. Bill? Robert. Nope. I need more information. We're gonna search this. Charlotte. His real name is Walter Forsythe. Oh my god. Fucking easy, dude. Walter Forsythe. Come here. Although he doesn't mention it by name, talks about his wife. Apology, all the ladies. I'm taken. Yeah. Cool. Oh my god. Tell me about your kids. Oh my god, that doesn't help me. Nothing in here. Red root tree. Alois Hang Root Tree was appointed judge and a politician. Sounds like red herring. Okay. We got Red Root Tree. He's dumb. Miracle. We did Miracle already. Miracle Junior. Or is it just... No, same thing. Miracle Junior. We already got, yeah, so that's where we got that shit from. Fuck is this? Modern Music Monthly. Okay. So it's a periodical. So then if we go here, Modern Music Monthly, and type in, who was that guy? Fuck. Jim Roottree. Jim Roottree. I'm so tired, I'm walking all the wrong ways in the hallway. Bro, you're telling me. So future Diamond and I were CJ and JD with my cousin and his ex. Clark never knew his father, so our grandpop insisted he spend time with my dad and me. As a result, Clark and I grew up like brothers. Diamond and Jane, on the other hand, are actually sisters. Regardless, when Diamond walked in on Clark in bed with her youngest sister, everything exploded. The only thing Clark and I had in common was music, but even though we never agreed on what it should be, he was always more interested in catchy tunes, something you hum a week later. Blah blah blah. Started Raffer tunes. Dang, dude, Clark cheated on his wife? So did we get that wrong? Clark was with Frank Staniel, and then he was with Jane? Someone named Jane? Jane LaRue? Dude, that's hilarious. Okay. Go back in Spider Circle. Diamond Dazzler. Did I spell that right? Diamonds. Printing Wolf JPEG. What is that JPEG? Who the fuck is that? Description included a picture of his son Wolf. Fuck that is. You know what? I'm just gonna get all these fucking pictures. Just to say I fucking did something. Holy shit, that's so many people. The card from 99 includes a picture of Jim and Diamond's young son Wolf, as well as a note about his daughter's band, the Floozies. That means they had 2 kids together. Two kids here. Oh my god, I don't know where they go. Jim and Diamond were married. Had 2 kids. Okay. So let's look up the floozy. Conquistador? Guitar, Candy. Okay, so this is Candy. Go back. Back. This. Are these names? Oh my god, all these are fucking pictures. Oh. You can listen to the song? That's so cute. Where did I put LaRue? I don't think I put that anywhere, did I? Musician. And then they had 2 kids. The son. The son and then the daughter. This was Wolf. This was Candy. Then Clark. Jane had a kid? I don't fucking remember. Holy shit. I'm still missing some. I don't understand. We did Steph. Stephanie Jones. We learned about her. Butler County Times. Stephanie Jones. Born Stephanie Landon, till she married Brian Jones. Oh. Though she's a distant cousin of the Root Trees, her mother, Carolyn. Okay, we're on to something. So then, if this is the Times, search Carl Root Tree. Of course, they're gonna say he fucking died. Broke his arm. Okay. Ernie from 1996 when Carl took over as the 5th president. From Ernie Jr. Ooh, okay, so Ernie Jr. Fuck, who's Ernie now? This is Stephanie's mom. This has to be Stephanie's. She wrote a book. Copy. Public library. Full color nude self-portraits. Yes, please. She was one of the youngest in her generation, and in her late teens she felt betrayed when her sister Gwendolyn and cousin Bonnie gave up on the dreams to settle for boring men. Huh? Huh? She comes out strongly against the Root Tree Company's effect on the local environment and rues how she was not able to convince her father, Zach. Married. Had baby. Caroline. Zach had Caroline. With her sister Gwendolyn and okay, so this fuckboy had Caroline and Gwendolyn, or Gwendolyn and Caroline. And then she got divorced. Okay. So this is no Caroline, Gwendolyn, Morden, and then cousin Bonnie. Cousin Bonnie was somewhere over here. It. Spouse name Mark Landon. Only positive thing she got from that was her daughter. Who's her daughter? Shit, it told us who her daughter was. Is her daughter Eloise? Dr. Wilson dislikes her brother-in-law, Dr. Wilson. There's too many Wilsons. Fuck. I guess that makes sense because there's 3 kids here, motherfucker. There's too many names in this game. That's what makes this hard. That's why they said that the game is hard. We already did Swashbuckle My Heart, right? Yep. Gotta do X marks the spot. I thought it was gonna be a fast-paced murder mystery. Me too. Oh shit, it's already 5 o'clock. I need to go to bed. Holy shit, this one printed out everything. Yeah, I don't think I've ever figured this out. Okay, scandal. The new diary opens with an explosive incident that happened in a decade. Elias Roottree had died, and during the reading of his will, there was an audible gasp when a certain name was read aloud. Samantha Roottree. Okay. Although Sam and her children were not meant to receive any monetary inheritance, he had a stipulation that she retained the rights to run the farm and any and all decisions related to it. It was then that the scandalous secrets came out. None of the 5 pieces were surprised, but it was quite a shock to everyone else, including Sam. He had been told her parents died. Apparently, Sam was the illegitimate daughter of Elias Jr. and Patricia Christensen. Elias Jr.? Who was Elias married to? Oh, that got spicy quick. None of the next gens have ever met Patricia until she unexpectedly reappeared, now going by Patsy. After Patsy's husband died, she reunited with Eli Jr. and they finally married in their 50s. Lauren mentioned the wedding in her first diary without knowing Patsy's history. Patricia Christensen. And had never taken another lover. So what we thought was... Oh my god, so this is Patricia Christensen. And they had Samantha Roottree. Lauren, ever the romantic, quite appreciated this. Yeah, cool, whatever. Oh my god, that's crazy. This is a page of additional notes and context. Clearly, I did not know our true family history when I wrote this. I didn't even know Sam was a root tree. I've had all my doubts, blah blah blah. Sam might have been the sister figure Gwen never was. Oh, get over yourself, Lauren. Shut the fuck up. Ernie and the kids are lucky to have her. And her children always seem eager to help the family in their own ways. Ernie Jr. had been learning a lot day to day from Zach. As bonus Gwen grows. So who's Ernie Jr.? Is Ernie Jr. one of these? Yes, Sam was a woman. MG, I'm not reading chat because you're being mean. But hello. Sam's a spitting image of Patsy with her jet black hair and green eyes. Go back to this picture. Jet black hair. Nothing here. Fucking liar. Wait. Jet black hair, green eyes. This is the next generation. Which is her. She referred to herself as the next generation, right? Lauren's generation. Yep. That means Samantha Root Tree. Boom. And what was she? Housewife. I don't know. Maybe. She doesn't have thick glasses, so I guess it skips a generation. Her children have that covered. Her children have that covered. Okay, so one of them reads fucking thing. MG was on Twitch. He's probably waking up to go to work because he goes to work early on Thursdays. Chest full of mucus. Better cough that shit up, dude. Hard to explain the look on Paul's face when they read that the farm's owner would pass to Samantha Root Tree for as long as she was willing. I got flashbacks when he made Zach president. Vix, I just woke up sweating like a fat bitch in a room with no AC. God damn, turn on the AC. Clark's not married again. No Root Tree has ever remarried. Sure, I lost Jacob and Gwen divorced Wild Bill, just as she had her second. Not even I can blame her for that. I've seen what she gets up to in Starlet, but neither of us could ever take a second husband. The way the world was moving, I guess it was inevitable someone in his family would remarry. I just so wish it wasn't my son. I did what I could, and Lord knows Eli stepped up and helped more than I can say for Clancy or Edward. None of this makes sense. She doesn't even say the name. Names. Oh, clearly names. The biggest complaint I got after playing my so many names, and I get it. There are 4 Eli's for Pete's sake, but that's just how it is. Someone would say I saw Eli in town, and I wouldn't know which one they meant. My brother, my uncle, my cousin. That's why they became Uncle Junior, or Miracles Eli, or Eli C. Eli C is her cousin. Our family names are always unusual. Grandpa Elias was a believer in using names of each generation. His father and Grandma Gwenna's father were named Edward and Clancy. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Someone's a junior, they're always the firstborn son. That goes for Miracle, Eli, or even Clancy. With women, it all goes out the window. I think Gwendolyn got her name from some combination of Gwyneth and Caroline, who was Elias's mother. Even though the government has problems, I remember once receiving a certified mail for Edward Clancy Root Tree. I had to break news. They got my father's name backwards. What? AC Raz, I only go to work early on Fridays, and plus the doctor had me out until Monday. That sucks. I did knew you, but my days are all mixed up too. Yeah, Flu A. Ooh, Flu A sucks. At least it's not the super one. Rissa, I was on TikTok, Twitch, and then YouTube. Oh shit! I didn't even look at. I didn't look at Twitch. Oh, I didn't look at TikTok chat. I see you. Thanks for all the lightnings and GGs. Thanks for the likes too. Fuck, man. I didn't. It's so far off to my right, and I'm so engrossed in this game. I fucking missed it. That's my bad, dog. Um. Rissa, you're lucky I streamed for this long. I would have been done streaming. Rissa, you better count your fucking blessings. I was rude when you never read. And I was being nice. You are being nice, but I was just so involved in this game because so the way I have my stream set up is I'd have the chat in my peripheral. But for some reason, no one was coming on TikTok, so I moved TikTok all the way out of my peripheral. So anytime Marissa talked, I saw her talk. And then when you came in on Twitch, I immediately saw you come in on Twitch. So you can't just blame me for that. This. Clark was in a department store getting family portrait with his wife, and while his wife was trying to catch Katrina. Does that mean that's Clark? And his youngest, Katrina? That's funny. Use the caster app, it puts everything together. Yes, we can. But we can do it nicely. I can because you would have blamed me. Wait, what? What do you mean? Law. Alright, so we have Candy Root Tree, Wolf Root Tree, Gwendolyn Root Tree. Do we ever put Gwendolyn up here? Oh no, we put Gwendolyn. We put Gwendolyn anyway. We said this was Gwendolyn Root Tree. Portrait from 5 pieces. This one was her. Oh shit. If MG missed your message, you'd have blame him for missing them. Well, yeah, because he has the caster app. I don't. Bro, okay, that doesn't... How do we have... We don't have more people locked in. We're missing 3. We need 3 more. Oh shit, what was his occupation? Well, you have all your chats up. Fortunate. Faust more. Okay, so this was Morden James. Occupation wife. Occupation student. He was a musician. Exactly, just say you don't know how to check each one. Working at 5% brain and capacity. At least sentences. I mean, you said misting, and I'm just smart enough to know how to make it make sense. Jim Root Tree, Diamond LaRue. We have one of her pictures. This one. And I think this one. And Miracle Jr. And his was Edith. Preacher. 5 Peach. No. Shit. Who did I have here before? Fuck, no. Yeah. Shit, I fucked that up. He was a preacher. And he was a preacher. How many more people y'all need? Didn't she say Tuesday more people were coming? Didn't your coworker come back this Tuesday? Unknown occupation. What was... One's Jessica. And they were both K-12 student. We have the most people on our side with about 5, and the other lab only has 2, so we're taking some of their work too. Oh shit. So that's why you guys are just getting over fucking work.
You're listening to WRTG. It's time for your headlines. Once an hour, every hour, on the 45. It's a bizarre development to an already tragic tale. In the wake of the accident that took his life, some of Carl Roottree's belongings have apparently gone missing. Most notably, a framed photo of the Roottree family from the mid-1970s that Carl had on his office wall. We interviewed a local psychologist about who would do such a thing and why. For that article, search online for WRTD News. Again, that's WRTD.
Oh my. Says search WRTD. Root tree curse? What is that? You have to send another tech home? That sucks. These types of games are for Raz. I would have yawned 45 times. I can only watch the gameplay and not play it. I had to think. I really had to think in this one. And I have a headache. I might be getting off here in a bit. It's a lot of reading. Holy shit, there's too much reading. Mayan ruby skull is a symbol of death. Okay. There's some guy's email on here. Can I search this guy's thing? Shit. I'm not going to lie, Rusty. You seem to have it harder at this location compared to the other. Well, that's because a lot of people are out. It just sucks that they gave so many people off. Operation. What's this operation? Ooh. The fuck is this? The candies considered have this in it? The fuck? Oh, it's just the same thing over and over. Who the fuck is Thomas Overwood? Satan's Plague is returning in 2000. What the fuck? Stock markets and devil's numbers. I might have to search that too. Look up Spirit Cola first. None of this seems to have anything to do with the root treat. Four corner... yeah, this one. Chris Rafferty. And it's alright, I get paid a lot better in my position. I'm supposed to feel a bit of a strain, and this isn't an established hospital. I ever trying to make it better. Yeah, but like, shit. If you're understaffed, you should be getting paid a lot more. Look at these fucking people. Who is Chris Rafferty? What the fuck is this? I didn't mean to do that. Oh, come on. Who the fuck is that? They give really nice bonuses at the end of the year, so that too is better than the 25 HEB Christmas card. That is good. Fly the photo back into shape. Oh, this is terrible. Oh my god, I don't even want it. Do I lock it into place? Dude. What the fuck am I doing? No, you stupid duck. Don't worry, I'm figuring it out. Do this, do this, do this. This. Sorry, I have to go to sleep, y'all. This cough's tiring. Good night. Good night. Feel better. Don't work too hard. Damn, we had to be locked in for that one. These are one of the Rafferty. Look. Holy shit. I feel like we did this part already. Yeah, we did that one. Pretty sure we did call root tree. Yeah, we did call. We did this one. Yeah, we got her stupid clipping. Alright, so we got Clark. We got Jessica. So she was also a student. I'm missing one. Oh shit, I have these backwards. Okay, hold on. This should be Candy. I think I had these backwards because you're supposed to do it in order. I divided Candy Root Tree and Wolf. He was a student. He was a musician. Because you gotta go in order. Then Wolf. There it is. Ooh, I fucked up. Phone call.
So, you may have heard the news. Some of Carl's things have gone missing. That includes the pictures and mail I brought you earlier. I promise I didn't steal it. But I did borrow it. I'll return it once we're done. Let me deal with my family in the meantime. Oh, I guess that means I've officially confessed. I'm a root tree. I assure you I
Why'd
have
she
a
say it like
reasonable
that?
explanation for the secrecy. I'm about to do something big the family doesn't approve of. If you could just wait a little bit longer, I'll tell you more. In person. I'll return after 15 more blood relatives.
What the fuck? Was that like ooh, I effed up? I was like, which is it, woo or oops? It was more like I messed up the order I was supposed to go in. This is, I'm like, I just like, if I go to bed, I feel like I'm gonna forget a bunch of this stuff. Lunch Top House. Elias Jr. was Elias's oldest son. Unrelated to the root trees. You know who else was unrelated? Trisha. Christiansen. Yeah, I'm probably gonna go to bed. I'm getting fucking tired. Steamy Correspondence by Tina Angelina. Public Library. Copy. Tina Angelina. History letters with an erotic twist. Oh, now it's getting fucking hot. Patch is thought to be the book's author to have been Patricia Christensen, a daughter of the owner. Blah blah. This letter was most definitely not to him. Few steamy passages. A twisted twin. What? Okay, whatever. We got Elias, Fruit Tree. And he was in the original picture. He's that guy. He was the architect. Now we gotta figure out this bitch. Wait, they only had... Oh, that's easy. Samantha Root Tree. She had... Oh, okay, so she's not a housewife. She inherited the farm. Oh my god, there it is. We are figuring it out. We are figuring it out. Dude, this is great. Why the fuck are there two random kids there? Alright, so Gwendolyn. Had Morden James. There's that guy, and I think this is his family, yep. Because then, when we come on this side... Gwendolyn had Angelica. Angelica... The Next Generation. Which photo was the Next Generation? No, that's the Free Spirits. This bitch. That's Angelica. She was a housewife. Easy. Got... Ah, fuck, I'm stuck now. Who were her kids? We were told who her kids were. We were told who her kids were. Fuck me. She had the two boys. Carl. He had. Oh my god. Nope, that's it. We're calling it there. Fucking calling it there. Can't. I'm tired. I have too much information on my brain. Holy shit. Almost 4 hours of that. Ugh. Too many. There's too many names. I can't even remember them all. I can't. Like there's so many people and all to find it's all to find who's gonna own the fucking candy shop. $50 owns the candy shop. I feel why I just have a feeling. Okay, hear me out. I have a feeling that even if we finish this family tree, it's not gonna end. And it's making me sad. Because that was a lot of thinking. That was a lot of thinking. And I know I didn't read everything, but the moment they said that Clark cheated, Clark cheated on his wife. And then like Gwendolyn and whoever else. Gwen got divorced, had two boys. We still don't know the two boys' names. Carl and his whole family's dead, so he's out of the picture. Unless Carl cheated. I know it's just the beginning. But fuck, dude. That was like what a trip. I'd rather play Trucking Simulator. I don't know. I definitely can't keep doing it when I'm this tired, but we'll come back another day. They just need to make an Oompa Loompa Charlie in the Chocolate Factory Simulator. Yeah, because that's mindless. You would just be an Oompa Loompa. Oompa Loompa Simulator. I'm already like 75%. Alright. Shit, dude. That was. My brain hurts. My brain actually. Like, that was a teaser. I did not expect that. I will say that. I did not expect that. Alright. I'm going to bed. Rissa, you guys have a good night. MG, thanks for popping in. Wilt, if you're still lurking. Everybody, you all have a great night.